Right, what's going on, everyone? Today's going to be my first full day of vlogging. Saturday, it's 8:20 in the morning. Obviously, don't really lay in on the weekend, to be honest with you. So used to just getting up early every day, so I'm just up today. I've got a few things to do, so I thought I'd take you guys along with me. Basically, I'm just going to do these vlogs. My show is going to be in 33 weeks from tomorrow, so basically what I'm just going to do, just vlog my whole way through it, for my own purposes, and hopefully can help others, you know, see what actually goes into it, and help people along the way with little things that I do throughout the day. Today I'm going to go shopping now, go hit up Tesco's whilst no one's there, because I can't stand shopping when there's people about. I am actually a people person, but just not at shopping, because there's too many slow people. It needs to be like a slow lane and a fast lane. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go get the barnet cut, because as you can see, it's getting a little bit, it's mostly the sides, you know, the sides are the thing that does me. It sits alright on top. Guys, if you don't know where to get your hair cut, like, speak to people. So many people go to like barbers and shit that they don't even enjoy getting their hair cut out. And also, if you don't like the people that cut your hair, don't go there. Go find somewhere you like, because you do actually get some good conversation. Go to a proper barber's. So yeah, I'm going to get my hair cut. After that, I'm going to go pick up a little tripod. Once I've got that, so that I'm going to film my training today. What am I working out today is going to be chest and back today. So at the moment my splits, legs, chest and back, arms and shoulders, and I think I've been doing this for I'm on about 13 weeks now. So what I'll probably end up doing is going from this and then going on to doing something a little bit like, probably put push-pull legs, I think is going to be next, which I'll probably change into pretty soon. So hopefully I'll get a bit of footage, and I'll just take you along with the day, and yeah, enjoy. Just had the haircut, looking fresh. I love getting my haircut, it's the best thing in the world. Right, so now I'm just gonna go, I've been shopping, I had my haircut, it's 20 to 10, 90% of you are probably still in bed. I'm just gonna go get the tripod, go home, get some food in me. I'll show you what I eat, and then I'll probably show you what I've got from shopping as well, just because I'm on a cut at the moment, so people like to see stuff like that, and I'll just keep up with the day. I thought I'd just show you a little bit of what I get when I go shopping. Generally I do 2 shops a week, and it'll be quick in and out sort of thing. So if I just run through, caramel rice cakes, generally I'll have these once a week, mostly on Saturdays when I carb up. I only carb up once a week, which will be on Saturdays. I've got some full fat natural yogurt. People always go for the fat free, but to be honest with you, the difference is, I think calorie wise, you know, you're looking at around 15 calories difference. The reason why I prefer this is because I'm not a big fan of overly processed foods all the time, and to be honest with you, it fits in with my macros quite easily, and also it does have live cultures in it, which is obviously helpful for your digestive system and things like that. So kind of keep things like that in mind, you know. When foods are processed, they do take a lot of the naturalness out of them. Whether the natural ones have all that in with a fat free, sorry, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't really care. Mild salsa, this stuff's great. Literally, I mean, you're looking at per 100 grams is 35 calories in here. So, you know, make sure you do account it though. Don't just think, oh, because it's low calorie you can have as much as you want. Do count it in your macros. I do have around 100, maybe 200 grams of it a day, depending on really what I'm feeling. I like to mix things up, I don't eat the same thing all the time. Also, carb sources, baby potatoes. Great, big fan of white potatoes. I love boiled potatoes with, like, mash them up with some cold meat and veg. Oh, it just reminds me of Christmas. So I like having that. That's one of my staple meals that I enjoy having all the time. And then I've got frozen veg. I've got frozen green beans, sliced green beans. I tend to have about 200 grams of that a day. Plenty of fibre, helps with volume, stuff like that. And then I've got frozen red onions and frozen mixed peppers. Chuck them in with an omelette, or when I'm cooking my mince and things like that, or sometimes I'll just, when I'm cooking my chicken, just to add a little bit of flavour. Frozen raspberries, frozen blueberries. Guys, like, don't worry about things being frozen, because they're, you know, they still hold all of their goodness in them. And what I find is, obviously, the fact that they're frozen, they last longer. So if you find yourself not eating them all the time, it's good to have them in the freezer for when you do want them. Both of these, what I'll generally do is I'll have them with breakfast and things like that, or I'll put them into like my bedtime snack, generally with warm foods, because they like melt in there and that. And then on top of that, I've got some green tea. Got some cherry Bakewell green tea, because, well, it's just bollocks, it tastes good. And also, because it's cold and life is just cold at the moment, I really had to go stock up on some, you know, multivitamins and things like that, to get my micronutrients up, you know, boost the immune system and keep everything ticking over properly. At the moment I am leaning out, so, you know, I'm in a calorie deficit, so I do need to kind of keep on top of these kind of things. It is important, guys. You know, I can't stress enough, micronutrients is one of the most important things as well, along with everything else. So I just got some, you know, multivitamins. Don't worry, don't over concern yourself, but don't buy cheap stuff, you know. Like, these are about £6.50 for 30. I would not pay at £1.50 for 30, because they're not any good. You get different types. You get like multivitamins that are for basically like for animals and stuff. I don't know, someone told me about it before, whether it's true or not I don't know, so I'm not going to sit there and make out like I know I'm talking about that. And then I've got some B vitamins, but this has got vitamin C in it as well, great for the immune system, just all around good. And then I've got some fish oils, standard fish oils. These are extra strength ones. I'll have 2 to 3 of these a day, depending on how I feel, along with CLA I have with them as well. Not all the time, but it's kind of one of them things that I like to put in my diet. And then I've got some barbecue seasoning. Can't go wrong with this stuff, honestly. Chuck it over some, when you're frying your chicken, when you're frying anything really, just chuck some of this on it. It just gives it a little bit of extra taste. Don't be afraid with flavouring your foods either. People seem to think that everything needs to be a struggle. It really don't. And of course, bottled water. Guys, like, bottled water, most important thing is hydration. You need to stay hydrated throughout the day, start to the end. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I'll always have a bottle of water with me. Generally I do stick to drinking filtered water and bottled water, mostly because I'm posh and I'm a snob, as you can tell. No, I'm joking. It's just generally down to personal. I just prefer drinking out of a bottle and knowing that the water's filtered. But yeah, this is kind of like a carb source shop. If you want to like my protein sources, check out my muscle food shop. I'm going to get a meal with me now because it's almost 10:30 and I've not eaten, so I'm fasted at the moment, so that means I've got plenty of calories for the rest of the day. So I'll let you know what I've eaten. Right, so first meal of the day, I've gone for a quinoa, I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically what I've got in here is 50 grams of uncooked quinoa. I'm going to have to check that out on YouTube, that's how you pronounce it. 20 grams of smooth peanut butter, Meridian Natural, 25 grams of blueberries, 25 grams of raspberries, 30 grams of whey protein. I'm going to have 3 rice cakes as well, alongside that. Fish oil, multivitamin, by the way, Centrum for Men. Little bit unsure about the colouring of this because you know, bloke walking around with some blue pills in his pocket. And then I'm going to go with one of these. Boom. There it is. Fully ready for the coldness, and going to get some more work done. What's going on, guys? I said I'd keep you up to date. It's actually 1:20 now. I've got quite a lot done today, to be fair. I'm pretty happy with myself. Just going on to my next meal. As you can see, I've got a few little things here editing. I've kind of got a problem with certain size videos getting off the camera onto. At the moment, I'm editing on the iPad. My laptop's just shot to bits. It's good for doing like things on Excel, like food plans, and I like to write out my workouts on there. But apart from that, it's just not ideal for doing things like that. So basically, what I've had to do with a lot of things is use a memory card slot, put it in my computer, put it onto there, transfer it from the computer through iMovie, through iTunes onto iMovie, and then edit it through there. So I think I need to get a MacBook, but not just yet. We'll see how things go. But now, as you can see, I was just about to start eating it. I've got 100 grams of pre-cooked chicken that I kind of make up anyway. I've got 100 grams of salsa, mild salsa, 50 grams of uncooked basmati rice. Obviously, when I say uncooked, that's how I weigh it. Obviously, I cook it. And then I've got green beans with some Kcal, and I've got a muscle food chicken burger. So it's quite a nice little tasty meal there. And obviously the calories are pretty good on that. It's quite high protein. I'm going to be training in a couple of hours, so I don't want something too much. And then I've got green tea, water, 1 CLA and 1 fish oil. So yeah, that's kind of how things are looking at the moment. It is 20 past 1. I've got a hell of a lot done today, so I'm pretty happy. I've still got a few bits to do, but you know, it's getting there. It's cool. I'll hopefully be able to video some training. I'll show you what I have pre-workout as well. Right guys, so I managed to actually get in quite a lot of the workouts, so I was pretty happy with that. As you can see here, I'm doing flat dumbbell bench press. At the moment I'm on 28 kilo dumbbells, I'm up on 9 reps, using progressive overload. I took quite a lot of time to backtrack and because I had a little bit of a shoulder issue, well, quite big of a shoulder issue, obviously where I wasn't pressing properly, and I had quite a few imbalances, so I've been working on them. At the moment, as you can see, I'm doing 9 reps. Obviously next week I'll go up to 10. If I hit that 10, then which I probably will, and then I'll go up to 11 reps, so forth, using progressive overload to overload the chest. Obviously, stronger I'm obviously adapting to that and then gaining muscle, so that's the goal in the long term. Obviously, you've got to understand it does take time, it doesn't happen overnight. I used to be able to push 40s, but I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm kind of going for the contraction. I'm really focusing on the squeeze of the muscle. As I'm coming down, I'm stretching it properly, controlling the weight throughout the whole movement and really getting a feel for it. This is the second set. No, this is actually the 4th set, sorry. I've obviously just showed you 2 working sets. Warming up, I used the 16 kilo, the 20 kilo, the 22 kilo, the 24 kilo, and then I went on to the 28. Yeah, so I managed to hit all my reps on that, so that was good. Then I've moved on to this single arm row. Now, this is a seated row machine. If any of you guys have this at your gym, give this a go. The reason why I do this over dumbbells is just because I feel that I can feel the resistance throughout the whole movement. And with this, it allows me to focus on my actual lat and controlling the weight a little bit better. I feel sitting upright like this really does make a difference. I went for 15 reps on this, 4 sets of 15 working. I've done 2 warm-up sets. As you can see, I'm stretching out the lat and then I'm really driving it back in. So it's more of a slower control out and then a power up, a slow control out, power up. This is just the tempo that I'm using at the moment when I'm using my lats. And the reason why I do use single arm is just because recently I've been working on a lot of imbalances, and one of my big imbalances was my lats. My left wasn't the same size as my right, but over the past 4 months I've really worked hard on it and it's starting to even out, which is good to see because it's important, especially when you are thinking about stepping on stage. So as you can see, hitting 15 reps here. Get a little bit of a tense up there. And then obviously I moved on here to a cable chest exercise. Basically, if you can see, I mean, a lot of people would say that this is working your front delts, but as you can see, if you actually pin back your shoulders, your chest is getting worked quite a bit there. Also, this can help with the upper chest because where it's actually hitting is the insertion point of your upper chest. I know it's all or nothing, but I do believe that you do need to train that upper chest, and by retracting your scapula and really focusing on keeping your shoulders back, you can obviously see where it's working the chest. I've done 3 sets of 15 on this, really focusing on the squeeze. I do believe this is actually my first set, but yeah, so this is another exercise I really enjoyed doing, but it is all about form on this. Yeah, got another little tense up in again. And then after this, I've gone on to this single arm lat pull down machine. The reason, once again, is why I like using this machine is just through imbalances. It allows you to kind of focus on hitting both parts of your back and not just moving the weight from A to B, because a lot of the time you find people doing lat pull down, you become one side dominant. As you can clearly see, there's not any big imbalances in my back anymore. It is still slightly, but that's just me, the way I'm looking at it. I managed this, my last set, I managed to get 8 reps, and then I went into a drop set. This was 4 sets of 8 to 12 I was going for, but I thought I'd finish off with a drop set. As you can see with the weight, I am controlling it on the way up as well as the way down. This is really important. Don't just lose the weight. You need to keep control of the weight, and what you'll find is that will really help with the contraction of the lats. And as you can see, getting that stretch as well is very important. Try to keep your shoulders back. Try to focus on actually pulling with your back and driving down with the elbows, not so much just pulling the weight down. After that, I went on to this. Unfortunately, it's quite blurred, so but what I've got here is just a cable. I like this because I like the way that the grip moves as you're doing these pull downs. Now this is a lat movement, so I like to keep my arms straight. This is like an isolation exercise where you really focus on the squeeze of the lats. As you can see, the weight's not too heavy. I'm really kind of focusing on the stretch right out and then pulling it down and really getting a squeeze in the back of the lats. With this, you really want to, the main focus is just driving the blood into the lats. So really do focus on the right weight and getting that real squeeze and stretch, and it's a great finisher. So give it a go if you've not tried it before. Yeah, and then obviously after that, I went into the side room, done a little bit of posing practice. Obviously I've not put the whole thing up, I've just kind of put this up so people can get an idea of how I'm looking at it. Right, so I just finished my workout. Managed to record, well, all of it, but I ain't got a clue if the angles are any good or anything. Just having my post-workout shake. I thought I'd show you all a little trick. If you've got something like this where you can't just pour your powder straight in, get yourself a piece of paper, make a cone out of it, just pour it on in there, like that. Give it a little shake. Boom. No mess. Sorted. But yeah, it was a good workout, got a good pump. Starting to feel the deficit a little bit now, but it's expected. I'm going to go home, edit it all up, see how it comes out, and I'll keep you updated. Right, so today's done with. What's the time? It's 8 o'clock now, so managed to get a workout in, which is brilliant. Managed to record quite a lot of it as well, and to be fair, looking back, even though I've only got a very small tripod, some of the angles I've got were actually half decent, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna edit that, get it up. I'm doing a bit of editing now. I'm gonna put that up. I'm having a meal, one more meal now. I'll have another meal later. I might record a meal, I'm not really sure. It's gonna be the same as what I had earlier, that quinoa, whatever it is. Exactly the same meal with 3 rice cakes. Post-workout I had 1 scoop of whey, 5 grams of creatine and 15 grams of branched chain cyclic dextrin. And then when I got in, I had 3 more rice cakes. I'll probably have another 3 more rice cakes for that meal, and that will finish off my calories for the day. Today has been a carb up day, so I've dropped my protein a little bit, dropped my fats a little bit, increased my calories by about 100, 200 I think. Once it's all done, I'll maybe post a little bit. But here's my final cooked meal, in a sense. Yeah, as you can see, pretty decent volume there. 300 grams of sweet potato, 125 grams of uncooked mince. When it's cooked, it's about 90. And I've got chopped peppers, chopped onions, chopped mushrooms, and then 100 grams of tin tomato in there, just covering it with sweet potato mash. Really simple. Brown off the mince. Once the mince browned off, throw in the vegetables, and yeah, just cook it off, make sure it's cooked all the way through, and then it's done. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog today. I probably ain't gonna bother doing another one. I've got quite a bit to do, so probably ain't gonna finish it off. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. This is gonna be the first of many, hopefully. Need to learn to smile more. But yeah, I'll probably won't be doing these during the week. I might get bits and pieces during the week and then make one, because obviously my days during the week are pretty much up at 5, do morning routine, go to work, finish work at 5, get down the gym, eat, sleep, repeat, to be honest with you. But maybe if I do anything exciting I'll record it. But thanks for watching, like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, because I'm going to start hitting up YouTube a lot more now. There's plenty to come.